Hi, Apartment Therapy. I'm Priya. This is our 450 square foot apartment in Brooklyn. Come on in. I have lived in, including this, overall 4 countries now. And I've just moved around a lot in my 20s, and the idea of home had changed for me over time. I'm from India, then went to school somewhere, and then went to work after that. And now I'm here. So it's just changed over time how I feel about being at home. So right now, home is just not really about the space I'm in. It's just, I guess, who I'm living with and what we fill it with. So that's why I just like to carry the little things that I love from all the places that I've lived in and fill the space I'm in with all of that. And that's what makes home home for me. Fun fact, here's some background no one asked for. So my husband and I, we were doing long distance for a couple of years, and he lived in this space before I moved here, which was just 2 years ago. He left the space quite graciously as a blank canvas for me to come and decorate, and he loves to joke about how he just didn't want to furnish because I'm just going to come and change everything anyway. I think that's just an excuse for not doing all the work, but I'm grateful for it. This entryway, it's quite narrow, but we did still want to fit everything that we needed to. Got this really narrow shoe cabinet from Wayfair. It holds about 18 pairs, and this is my catch-all. It has all the mess in here. Our keys go in here. I love this mirror over here. I just love that it's brass first. I don't know if it's brass looking. I knew I wanted a mirror here, and I knew I did not want it to go beyond the width of this shoe cabinet. It just ended up working out perfectly. I might have gotten that from Amazon, I think, not sure. Sometimes I even do my entire makeup right here. I also love that this shoe cabinet comes with a little handle over here, so I just put my handbag and everything over there. And I also added another shoe cabinet from Wayfair, I think, which also has a little bench on the top that it came with a cushion here. So this space was empty, and my husband needed some space to sit down and tie his shoelaces, and he would often walk into the kitchen and sit at the dining table bench, which I absolutely hated. I love solving problems, so that was my problem to solve that week. It just fit perfectly because we had this little cabinet over here. It was meant to be part of the kitchen because I just wanted something to extend the kitchen counter space. I just had to move this a tad bit, like maybe a centimeter. Like, what's a centimeter in the imperial system? I don't know. It's like less than an inch. I did not plan this, I swear, but it just fits perfectly. So this is our dining area with our bar and everything that goes with it. So this is where I work. This is where I paint. I just love doing everything here. The original layout was quite different. So that was our biggest goal, to just live here based on how we live and based on our lifestyle versus what the original blueprint expected us to do. So one big thing was that I really needed a big dining table. That was just me being an adult. That was important for me, for being an adult. And we love hosting, entertaining. We just love being the place where our friends come to hang out. I found this huge dining table. It's about a 6-seater now. I was looking for a solid wood dining table for a while, and we found this dining table at a very good price, like 50% off on Wayfair in one of their sales. It also extends to an 8 to 10 seater with added leaves, so we just changed the layout like this for big parties like Christmas parties. Here is our bar area. My husband Anthony and I, we love making cocktails. Having a separate bar area was a challenge. Found this arched cabinet on Nolan Interiors, I think. Arched cabinet sometime last year or 2 years ago was having a moment, still is having a moment. So got a library cabinet, turned that into a bar. So these have some of my prized possessions, just the books that I read to learn how to make cocktails. I put all my art stuff in here. It's more like a miscellaneous drawer where I put all the things that I don't have a space for. It just goes in there. Put our wedding flowers in there to keep them away from the cats. This space I didn't know what to do for a while. I wanted it to be a statement in a way, but wanted it to be subtle. Found this brass, I'm a sucker for brass, in a vintage store in Greenpoint. So yeah, ended up working out. So this is where we keep all our liquor, but the real magic happens in our bar cart, which is in the same area as well. This is just has the cocktail making essentials. And another interesting thing was this. It's a Poron from Catalonia. My husband and I met in Barcelona when we went to school. We had quite a lot of wine poured directly into our mouths with this. We found this in a random thrift store in Montreal. The guy who owned the store, his family is from Catalonia, and they had a bunch of things from the area. I just gotten into infusing cocktails, so I thought I could use this to infuse something in it to give it a little leather finish. I don't know, we'll see. I haven't tried it yet. There are a couple of thrift stores that I love in New York City. One I would love to mention is Dobbin Vintage, I think. It's in Greenpoint. They have a couple of locations. I always find the best vintage finds there. So this is from there. And also this is from there. Just quite a few knickknacks that we've just a collection of all our travels and vintage finds. You will find a lot of brass and gold things lying around. If it's thrifted, if it's vintage, it is going to be brass. I have a problem with brass, anything gold colored. I would just pick it up, like this frame, this. I don't even know where I got this, but it was brass. There's a store in Williamsburg called Mother of Junk, where it's just like a bunch of random things thrown into a garage. But they have everything. You can think of furniture, Coca-Cola caps, like everything. It's just all thrown in. I just love going in and foraging for things. And this is one of the things that I found for like $19, like a Gilded Age brass frame. And it was brass, it was Gilded Age, so I got it. And another piece that I wanted to mention was this lamp. So this does not have any hard wiring in it, but I just wanted a little lamp moment here. This was from Wayfair. It did have the hard wiring in it. I just cut the wires that came with it and just nailed this in and added smart LED lamps to it to turn it on and change up the color for fun once in a while. This thrifted frame, again from Mother of Junk, I think probably was $10. That place is amazing. So we have two cats, Cinnamon and Cardamom. It's more their apartment. I'm just a housekeeper here to decorate and clean up after. So this is their area. When we got the two cats, I wanted to make sure that none of their stuff is hanging out like outside. So we did get a litter robot, which is right under there. I still remember the first day we got it. It's a lifesaver. I don't think I can live without it. I just wanted to find something like an enclosure. Looked everywhere online, went to a couple of furniture stores, tried to even do something custom. Everything ended up being expensive. I found this cabinet. So this was actually a bigger, like a cat tree cabinet. It actually had like a whole tree above it and like shelves above it. It was actually much cheaper than the other like cabinets that I found. And this ended up fitting the litter robot inside perfectly. And I just did not want the whole cat tree. So I just did not build that when I built this cabinet and just kept the bottom part. And I did not know what to do with the top area for a while. Then I thought, well, who has a little garden in a tiny Brooklyn apartment? So, well, I do. This is my little garden area. It's gone through several iterations. I want to say I have a green thumb, but turns out I'm not allowed to anymore because the cats just don't let me keep my plants alive. They love eating them. So I had to make sure that they are all cat safe because they tend to eat it or just, walk around it and be jungle cats. I'm trying, but it is what it is. I don't know where I got this, but all you need to know that it's brass and I got it. This is also from Dobbin. My best friend, who we were walking around Greenpoint, wanted to show her my favorite vintage store, and I was just saying, oh, this looks so cool. Before I knew it, she had already purchased it for me. We just like to gift each other things. I found this on Wayfair. I just love this little naked lady. It's perfect. I love it. Now I'll take you to the living room, and it opens through these beautiful French doors. So another fun fact, these doors were also white, just like the rest of the apartment, but I painted them black. I just really like how pretty it looks. This room, in the original blueprint, the way they laid out was this was the bedroom, and that's why there's a little closet / wardrobe in there. And one of my favorite, well, I should say our, because it was technically Anthony's idea, is to bring in this fireplace. This was not here originally. We just brought this in. It took a lot of research to find the one that fit exactly between these two very pretty New York style windows, and found it on Amazon. It actually wasn't that expensive. Also has a little fire thingy. It's just so pretty, and it just gets so cozy in the evenings with the fire, and it just fills up the room with the right amount of heat. And sometimes even during the summer, I just turn this on, just the flame. It just adds a little coziness even during summer. I just painted these lampshades because I don't know why I do that. And I just love dried flowers. These were not dry, I swear. I wanted to change it, but I just really like how pretty it looks when it's dry. And here's another brass moment. This lamp, this clock. It's from Magnolia. I love their store. I don't even think the time is right, but I'm too lazy to change the battery, but it looks pretty. Another gold-ish moment is this giant frame that I picked up from Mother of Junk in Williamsburg. Almost all the frames in this apartment are from there. It was like $40. It just came with this existing art. I already had the canvas in. I just repainted the canvas. I changed the art on this quite a lot. When I'm bored, I just change it up. So this is actually me and my husband and our 2 cats. This was a most recent thing that I did. I'm into abstract art now. This is how we spend our evening almost every evening. I just wanted something that is us in our space. This couch took a lot of effort in bringing this up. We got this on Wayfair. It was just so heavy and big, they could not fit it through our tiny, narrow door, New York apartments. It took 2 months for them to first bring it over, and then they brought it up. It was too heavy, so they had to take it back, bring more people in. It was a hassle. They could not fit it in, so they removed the doors, brought it in, and then put the doors back in. Those guys were amazing. I'm just so grateful for them. It was Wayfair's white glove service. It just fits the space perfectly. I love the size. It has a queen memory foam mattress underneath, so it rolls out into a proper bed. So this whole room turns into a guest bedroom when we have people staying over. We've heard from our guests that it's actually quite comfortable for a couch bed. We also added these shades, so when the guest wants some privacy, they just have to roll it out and they get complete privacy here, and then roll it back up for some daylight. Not a lot of people get to say they have a separate guest room in a tiny New York apartment. So this, it's not marble. It's wood, but it looks like marble. I think MDF. When we open out the bed, we actually thought it would fit with the legs of the mattress and the bed. It did not, but it just moves so easy. When we have to roll out the bed, we just push this to the kitchen area and open out the bed. As much as I would love to have a marble coffee table, it's my dream actually to have a giant marble slab as a coffee table. Actually, a giant marble slab as everything. It's a 4th floor walk up, and there's no way I'm having someone lift a giant slab of marble up here. I don't even think this building can hold that much weight. This one, it fits perfectly. We used to have another coffee table that's smaller, also Facebook Marketplace find, but we sold it after we got this because I just wanted something lower, also wanted it to be wider. We have friends hanging out in this room as well, so just wanted a bigger coffee table to just lay some snacks out here. This is our cat bed now. We did not want to get a separate, cat bed area where they sleep or anything because they just like hanging out wherever we are. This is additional seating that I wanted to add, and when nobody is sitting there, it's the cat bed. There's usually a lot of birds outside. They just love looking at it while taking a nap. It's a little double-decker situation. One sleeps on the top, the other one on the bottom. Sometimes they drag it out and sleep because they don't want overhead, I guess. I don't know, cats are weird. They have their own lifestyle. This giant TV, this is my husband's prized possession. I did not sign off on it. I did not want a giant TV, but it was very important for him. He got the largest possible size. I think it's 77 inches. It works. I was really mad at it initially because it just fills the whole wall. But now I'm starting to like it. We are big TV people. We watch something every evening. We almost don't really go to the cinema anymore because it's just more comfortable here now. Honestly, I did not want a media unit because, I don't know, it just seemed like something that, my grandparents would do. But I do like a lot of old things, but I don't know, I just didn't like the idea of a media unit. But we needed it because his video games, it all goes in these 2 side doors. So this was actually a rattan, and it was natural rattan, like woody color. I did not like that, so I just painted black over it, so it just looks kind of monotone, which I like. I just grabbed a paintbrush that I usually use to paint art with and just painted over it because I couldn't bear seeing it another day, so I just did it. And I kind of like to keep this area clean. I don't know why. I've thought about putting a lot of things on it, and anytime I did, it just didn't really look right. I don't know why. I don't like it, but so I just keep it simple, and it just works in this area. This is our little office nook. I love a little Cloffice, closet, office Cloffice moment. This used to be a closet because this was originally the bedroom, so it came with a closet. I wasn't happy about it initially, but it ended up working out because me and my husband, we both work from home, and it's hard to have a separate office space in such a tiny apartment. I modified quite a lot of things here. To start with, it came with this little slab and just added these little baskets to put all our files and anything that we don't want outside. It just goes in these baskets. This is not wallpaper. For some reason, putting up a wallpaper seemed like a lot of work. For me, I get lazy. So instead, I just painted it to look like wallpaper. I just got some sample paint from Sherwin-Williams. It was $10 sample paint, and I just used painter's tape all over, just measured it, put it on, and just painted over it. And it looks very pretty, I think. I also just wanted to keep the background white because I wanted it to add a little distinction with a little bit of color change from the rest of this room, but not too much. So there's still a little continuity to it while having some differentiation. This desk is from Wayfair. It's a normal desk with legs and everything. But because of the legs, it did not fit in this tiny closet perfectly. I wanted it like super flush to the wall behind it. And it just wouldn't because of the way the legs was kind of slanted. So I just removed the legs and I had it wall mount, just the top part. Worked perfectly. The chair had to be something without arms so it can go inside. Found this chair, I think Wayfair. It has a little vintagey industrial look to it, and the color and everything just goes perfectly. We don't work from here technically. We use the space to take meetings, or if we just need some quiet time. I think we both just like to work from different places around the house. Anthony and I, we love cooking, and we just wanted a full-ish kitchen. The first time we saw the apartment, so this was the kitchen, right? And then there was this blank space here. So we found this, saw quite a lot of kitchen cabinets, but we wanted something that looks almost exactly the same as this. It's quite close with the detail of the handle and everything, but it did not have this. It's not marble. I just wanted to replicate what this original cabinet kitchen area was. So custom ordered this piece of wood from Amazon, put some contact paper, found contact paper on Amazon as well that looked quite similar to the marble in the original kitchen. Most people who come in who did not see the apartment before, they actually think it came with the apartment, which is exactly what I wanted. So now we have a big enough kitchen. The kitchen counter, I wanted to keep it as simple as possible. So we just have our necessities, like our coffee grinder, coffee area. We don't even have a microwave, but I don't really think we need it. Another thing that I would love to mention is this spice box. I'm from South India, and it just felt wrong having my own kitchen without this quintessential South Indian spice box. We call it anjarapeti. I hope I'm saying it right. Sorry, Dad, if I'm not saying it right. My parents told me that that's not how I'm supposed to fill it, but it works for me. And it's brass. So I had them send it to me from India in one of their giant packages that they sent me. Another thing that I love is this little lamp. So it actually came as a set when I bought it. The other one is over there on top of the kitchen extension cabinet. I don't know, when I'm bored, I just pick something up and paint. I was actually too lazy when I did that, so I just did the front part. The back side is still quite plain. I should finish it. But it looks fine for now. This is our bedroom. It's a really tiny bedroom, just fits the wardrobe and the bed. I believe in the original layout was like a secondary room, like an office room, but we converted this into a bedroom. We just really wanted to have a queen bed because I take up a lot of space on the bed, which my husband hates. And so that's all this room basically has. And because it's just such a small space, we had to be very efficient with the square footage. One of the things that I love about this room is this headboard. I think I got it on Walmart. It was like $150. Wasn't as expensive as I thought it would be, but it just adds so much warmth and character to this room. This is like the main architectural element. As much as I'd love to add other art in this room, didn't think there was enough space. So just like doodled a bit from like something that I saw online. The only other thing that uses any footprint in this room is this 3-door closet. Really needed at least a 3-door considering it's 2 people. So we just had to be quite efficient about the storage here as well. Thankfully, this space just right next to the door, like this wall, it just perfectly fit this 3-door wardrobe from Wayfair. It took me a week to build it because I built it stage by stage. I don't know, I was just too stubborn about building it myself. I don't know why I did that in retrospect. I am this person who just doesn't want to take my husband's help, and he would just be like, "You're struggling, can I help?" I'd be like, "Nope, I can do this all by myself, and I'm gonna do it all by myself." There are times when I actually need him to pick up some heavy stuff, and then he comes in with that face, with that look on his face saying, "I told you so," but I ignored it. My main philosophy in designing an apartment is just to really think about your lifestyle. it gets very tempting to just go with the original blueprint of the apartment or just go with however it was meant to be laid out. I would really think about my lifestyle and what I want to fill my space with rather than just trying to compromise on what you need for the space you have. Growing up, for me, home was my room. Anytime I invited people into my room, it was my people, not everyone got to be in my room. I think it's just a feeling. It's filled with things that I love and people that I love. This place is very uplifting, empowering. We get to have all the things that we want to have without having to compromise based on the size or where we live or because it's temporary and it's rented. I guess it's just a pretty place to cry in if I need to. And a lot of brass. If it's brass, I gotta get it.